Welcome students to this video related to computer graphics. In this video, we will discuss the Bressenham's line drawing program in C. In our last video, in our last lecture, we had discussed the derivations related to Bressenham's line drawing algorithm, and also we discussed the algorithm. Let us have a recap of that particular algorithm, Bressenham's line drawing algorithm. In this particular algorithm, we need to enter the starting coordinate of the line and the ending coordinates for the line x dot y dot and x and y, and basically the four integer values will be given, out of which two are related to the starting point and two are related to the end point. We need to calculate delta x and then delta y. This can be calculated using these formulas. Delta x is the change in x direction and delta y is the change in y direction. Then to start our algorithm, we need a decision parameter p dot, which can be calculated using this formula. How we arrived at this formula we had discussed in our last lecture. So this is the formula for the initial decision parameter 2 delta y minus delta x. This will be the value to start the algorithm, to start the program implementation. And after that, we need, suppose the current point is represented by xk and yk, and the next point we have to calculate is xk plus 1 and yk plus 1. We are representing it with xk plus 1 and yk plus 1. Then find the next point depending on the value of the decision parameter pk. So the previous value of the decision parameter will decide the next value of the decision parameter, and also it will decide whether we have to increment the value of y or not. So these two decisions will be taken on on the value of this particular parameter. So there can be two cases. Either for the first time we have calculated this initial decision parameter, and for the other cases the previous decision parameter will be used to find the next decision parameter. So there will be two cases. The pk is less than 0, else the pk is greater than equals to 0. If it is less than 0, then we need to increase the decision factor. We need to increment the decision factor by 2 delta y, else it will be incremented by 2 delta y minus 2 delta x, or you can say, you can take the common 2 and delta y minus delta x. So x will be incremented in each and every case, and y in the, if pk is less than 0, then y will not be incremented. We will use the previous value of it. And if yk, and in the other case, if pk is greater than equals to 0, then we will increment the value of y, and here we are choosing the upper pixel, which will be nearer to the true line in this particular case. Here the lower pixel is nearer, so we will not increase the value of y. Here the upper pixel is nearer to the true line, that's why we will increase the value of y. So this is how it will work, and we will keep on repeating this step until the end point is reached, or the number of iterations equals to delta x minus 1 times. So until and unless we reach up to the end point of, you can start with the 1 point, and you have to keep repeating step 3 until and unless we reach to the end point. So let us have a look on the program also. There is a program related to Bressenham's line drawing algorithm. First, we have to include graphics.h. Then we are using math.h as we are using the absolute function in the program. This is the main function we are starting over here, and the main point we can consider over here, all the variables that we are declaring here are of integer type. As we saw in the DDA line drawing algorithm, we had floating point values, so we were using the float variables over there, but here, as the plus point of this algorithm is all integer calculations, all integer additions, subtractions, and multiplications. That's why we are declaring all the variables of integer type. So init graph to initialize to the graphics mode, it will initialize the screen to the graphics mode. Print, here we are entering the coordinates of the starting line, coordinates the starting point of the line and the end point of the line. There are 4 points, x1, y1, x2, and y2. So the starting point and the end point of the line has been accepted. Then we need to calculate delta x and delta y. We are using the variables dx and dy. So this is absolute of x1 minus x2, change in the x direction, and dy is change in the y direction. Next, the next step was to decide about the initial decision parameter. It was related to the calculation of this initial decision parameter, and the formula we were using over there was 2 delta y minus delta x. So the starting decision parameter or the decision parameter we are using over here is P is represented by P, and the formula we are using over here as we derived in our previous lecture is 2 into delta y minus delta x. So this is the initial decision parameter we need to calculate to start the implementation over there. Here we are deciding about the starting point. You can say the first point. So we can draw a line while we are entering the coordinates. A user might enter the end point first prior to the starting point. When the user is entering the values, it might happen that the user enters the end point first and the starting point thereafter. So we can have a comparison in the x values to decide if the user has entered the values in this way. We can swap the values or we can initialize the values in a way that the smaller value of x is considered as a starting point and the larger value is considered as the end point. So here we are comparing the values of x for the same purpose. If x1 is greater than x2, then x equals to x2, y equals to y2. So this is a starting point. Whatever user has entered later on, x2 and y2, we are taking those parameters, those values, and we are initializing those values to x, y. So it will be the starting point now. And end point will be x1. As we are starting with x2, then end point will be x1. Else, we are initializing the value of x1 and y1 to the starting point xy, and end point will be x2. Here we will start with x1 and we will keep on repeating the steps until we reach up to x2. Here we will initialize the first point with x2 for the x coordinate, and we will keep on repeating the steps until we reach to the x1 coordinate, which is the starting point. So this is to decide about the starting point. We are just initializing the values for it. Here we are plotting the first pixel related to line, the pixel xy. So whatever we have set the values over here, either the second coordinates that user has entered or the first coordinates that user has entered. So we will take those values and we will plot that particular pixel on the screen. Now we are starting the loop to plot rest of the pixels. While x is less than equals to end. So we are starting from the first point and we will reach up to the end point. And until and unless the whole line is drawn, the loop will keep on repeating. In the algorithm, we saw that we need to increment the value of x in each and every case. So we are incrementing it over here, x plus plus. We don't need any comparison to increment its value. it has to be incremented whether p is less than 0 or greater than equals to 0. It will be incremented in both cases. So we can put this particular statement below, before the comparison. So we are incrementing x without any condition check. We have to increment it for each and every case. Then we are going for the comparison if p is less than 0. So if p is less than 0, it means we have to pick the lower pixel. If the value of the decision parameter is less than 0, it means we have to pick the lower pixel to plot. And if we are picking the lower pixel, then we don't need to increment the value of y. So we will not increment the value of y, and we will update the decision parameter by 2 delta y. So it was there in the equation that we had derived. So we will increment the value of decision parameter by 2 delta y. Else the y will be incremented, as in this case the upper pixel will be selected, and to select the upper pixel, it means the upper pixel is nearer to the true line, and to select the upper pixel we need to increment it by 1. And we will update the decision parameter by 2 delta y minus 2 delta x in this particular case. So we have updated it. And after coming from this if condition, we will put the pixel. Again, we are plotting the pixel xy in the white color. Then we have delay of 100 milliseconds. Again, we will go for the repetition in the loop. So it will continue until the whole line is drawn, until the value of x is reached up to the end of the line, end of the pixel. And it will continue in this way. Then get ch and close graph. The close graph, this is the inbuilt function which will be called, and it will unload all the graphics libraries, and also it will change the mode of the screen from the graphics mode to the text mode. Let us run the program. So enter the value of x1. Let the value of x1 is 310. y1, this is the first coordinate. Let the value is 320. x2, let the value is 370 and value is 420. So this is the line that will be generated using Bressenham's line drawing algorithm. So this is how this algorithm works, and this is how we can implement it in language C. So this is the program related to this. This is all for right now. Have a great time and bye for now.